Major railroads during the Civil War. By me. Intro. Trains played a major role in the Civil War, hauling freight, carrying passengers, and most importantly, served the Union by bringing them supplies to eventually win the war. Today we will talk about some of the major railroads. Chapter 1. The Baltimore and Ohio Railroad and the Civil War. The B&O, Baltimore and Ohio Railroad was the first railroad chartered in the United States and was the backbone for transportation in the early 1800s. The line's construction started on July 4th, 1828. From 1828 to 1861, the B&O had expanded across 13 states. The B&O dipped into many portions of northern Virginia, such as Winchester and Strasburg, Virginia, with Harper's Ferry serving as the main junction of Shenandoah Valley. In 1859, the abolitionist John Brown led a small group of men into Harper's Ferry, Virginia. They wished to seize the Federal arsenal in the town while sparking a slave uprising in the area. Their actions led to the seizure of the B&O Railroad Bridge leading into Harper's Ferry. Another known person that attacked the B&O Railroad was Thomas J. Jackson. In the spring of 1861, Thomas J. Jackson attacked portions of the railroad that dipped into the Shenandoah Valley. Jackson devastated the rail line by destroying railroad tracks, burning freight cars, and sequestering locomotives to replenish supplies to the Confederacy. And as you see there, that's a picture of what happened to the B&O Bridge. After Thomas Jackson destroyed the railroad at the end of 1861, the result ended with 23 B&O bridges burned, 102 miles of telegraph wires cut, 36.5 miles of track destroyed, 42 locomotives burned, 386 freight cars destroyed. This led to the B&O Railroad shutting down for 10 more months. Restoration was underway until March of 1862. Still, the lines were damaged from all of the raids. 10 months later, the B&O started back with transporting freight to the Union until the end of the Civil War. As you can see right here, this is what happened to the B&O Railroad Bridge at Harper's Ferry, Virginia. Right there's the before and then the after. Chapter 2. Stephen Douglas and the Railroad. Stephen Douglas and the Railroad. As a nationalist, Stephen wanted to see the United States develop industrially and expand beyond the Mississippi River. Douglas believed that building a transcontinental railroad was the best way to expand the United States. Douglas wanted the railroad's terminal to be in his hometown, Chicago, Illinois. What went wrong? Douglas's railroad was to be extended more from Jacksonville to Illinois state capital, Springfield. However, the economic depression of 1837 caused the construction of the railroad to stop and was never finished until Stephen passed the Illinois Central Tax Act of 1850. This also led to one of the founding of the Illinois Railroad, ICR, Illinois Central Railroad, ICR, and what was the longest route in the U.S., going from Chicago, Illinois to Cairo, Illinois. Fun fact, Stephen was also known as Little Giant because he was only 5'4". He was also short-tempered. Fun facts about railroads during the Civil War. The B&O Railroad's Tom Thumb was not only the first train the railroad used, but was also the first train to lose a horse during a race, to see if a train was faster than a horse. But the train broke down during the race and the horse won. Every major Civil War battle east of the Mississippi River took place within 20 miles of a rail line. B&O's number 57 Memnon below was the only steam locomotive to be saved from the war and can be seen today at the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. And also railroads help the North win. Conclusion. Trains served in many ways during the Civil War, but they did play a big part in the founding of America and even the road to victory with the Union.